Hello, everybody. I want to welcome you to Compass Games Town Hall. It's episode 101. It's December 12th. Looks like everybody's freezing their tails off. All the comments are about how cold it is outside. So we're inside. We're going to try to help you stay warm. And let's go ahead and get started by bringing in Bill and Billy. I see Bill, at least so far. Hey, Bill.
How do you see me? I don't see you.
Uh-oh. I'm here. We can see you.
You can't see me. Oh, here we go.
There you go. Welcome to 101.
Oh, yeah.
Got past the century mark. We're at 101. Is Billy around tonight?
What happened?
Is Billy around tonight?
No, he's taking the dog out.
Oh, okay. All righty. Well, what would you like to get queued up first? We can go through the latest updates, whatever you'd like to do.
No, here's what I want to do tonight. I just want to say we're closing in at the end of the year. Yep. I think we only have one more.
One more town hall?
Yep.
End of the year town hall, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's been a good year, and sales still going on.
Yep, through January, right? We've got it on the website. As a matter of fact, I'll be showing the date. I've got the news flash from this week, so we can look at the news flash we sent out that talks about the catalog sale going through January, part of January.
Yep. And everything else is what's happening. We have a big January planned. Golden Age of Piracy, Stellar, and something. Pontiac's War.
Yep, I got those right here. So hopefully everybody can see it on the left side. Right here, I'll just highlight it so everybody notices. On the left side, we have our upcoming titles, whereas what we've recently released is on the right side. So we've got Golden Age of Piracy, Pontiac's War, and Stellar Horizons 2. So some big titles coming up. And we actually, as you see here, we've got we'll have to talk about that a little bit. We've got Roma Victrix on Kickstarter right now. So I'll be happy to share that for everybody. Yep. We also, I'll just mention what we have going on with Roma Victrix when we get to that part. So lots going on for January for sure. And I think that's it for December, right? No, nothing shipping out. I think we're all done. Everything's all set as far as releases go, right?
Yes. I think, if I'm not mistaken, okay, and I think that's true. I think we actually formed the partnership, Compass Games LLC, in December of 2004.
You know what? I know that's correct because I think on one of your accounts, you have your name and the year 2004 as part of the email address. So yes. I think it was, I won't say it out, I don't want to share it, email hacking and all. Everybody here is great. And I'm not worried about that. It's when it's recorded. But yeah, I know it has, I know you had a 2004 at the end. So that makes a lot of sense. So it's been 20 years.
It's been 20 years.
Can you remember how you started? Or I don't know, we haven't shared this story in a while. Can you share a little bit about how it all sort of came to fruition at the very beginning?
How it all came to, it's funny, but what happened was, okay, I came back. I used to take the family, not very. We used to go to WBC when it was in, before Lancaster. It was in somewhere in.
Was it?
It was off the beaten track in
Columbus,
Maryland.
Was it Columbus, Ohio? Or no, was that? Yeah, that was in Maryland one year. It was. You're right. Yeah.
I can't remember what it was.
Not Origins. Origins.
No, it was WBC. It was in Maryland.
Oh, okay. It was WBC in Maryland.
What was the name? Hunt Valley.
Hunt
it was
Valley?
in Hunt Valley.
Yep.
Okay. And we used to go there. And look, like I said many times before, I'm not a player. I hate playing games with people. Okay. I'm not a social player.
All right.
Okay. So one day we go there, and what I would do is I just walk around and buy some stuff, and I'd spend like
I guess were there still a lot of publishers? Because I know SPI was gone, and
there was still some. This was probably in the late 90s.
Okay.
Mid to late 90s. And then what we would do, I spent a little time there, but we would go into Baltimore with the kids and go to do the Baltimore stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So my wife goes, well, why don't you try playing a game? Okay. So I get into I don't know what she was thinking. Okay. I get into a Give Me Liberty Columbia Games, okay, tournament.
Oh, okay. Yep. That's a
Okay.
popular game.
Which is the first game I ever played with anybody in my lifetime.
Yep.
Okay. And obviously I lost.
Were you nice to the person? Do you remember who you played against? Since you,
Oh God, no. I have
No.
no idea who I played against.
it might be your best customer. You never know.
Okay. So yeah, so I played and I said, I'm never doing that again. So what happened was we found out at that convention that there was a gaming club probably 15 miles from me
Okay.
that had
Yep.
been there since 1980, early 80s. I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
So my wife kept saying, why don't you go? Why don't you go? I go, no, I really don't want to go. So, and I think they met, I want to say on a Saturday night, maybe. I can't remember. It's a long
It wasn't
time.
even a full day. It wasn't even a full day club meeting. It was only at night.
No, it was nighttime.
Okay.
And they had a firehouse. Maybe it was Friday night. I don't even know.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember anymore. So what happened was, okay, so I decide to go, and I hear these two guys having a conversation about starting up a war game company and publishing games.
Yeah.
Now I didn't know these two guys. Okay. And so what happened was I just ended up
You were
pulling
good
up
to
a
go.
chair and saying, yeah, I want to, yeah, I'll be the finance guy.
So
Okay, that's how it all started.
would the company have started without you?
No, I think we just, and then over what happened was, I think our first games, what was that date on that? Bitter End, and they came out in 2026, I think. Was Bitter End and
You mean
Silent War.
2006? 2006,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So that was your first. So you formed in 2004, and then you had to decide what games are we going to publish? How are we going to go to market, right?
Yeah, and it became Silent War and Bitter End, and then we published in January 2026.
Okay. 2000,
And then-
2006. Yep.
And what happened is one partner left early on,
Yeah.
like within a year or two. Then it was always a hobby. It was always a
Sure.
hobby.
Sure.
Okay. I think for the first 10 years, for the first 10 or 12 years, we published maybe 15, 20 games, or it wasn't a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more than that. Okay. And then what happened was in 2017 or 16 was when we really decided to make Compass.
I know that's when Ken Dingley went full time. I think Ken was working somewhere, and you said, "I want to get more production going, so we need a commitment to get things moving." So I think Ken
Yeah.
switched.
And like I said, partnerships are like marriages.
Mhm.
Okay. You don't know until you
Try it out.
start working with people. Okay. If you're going to be able to function, and I've been in many partnerships and stuff like that, and you never know.
All
So
right.
at the end of the day,
Yeah.
this is where we're at. So it's
Anniversary.
been a long road. We've had people come and go.
Yeah.
People, that's what happens. And,
Somebody's asking here, and they said you won't know the answer because it was asked before, but I don't remember this question coming up, so I'm going to ask it anyway. Do you remember how the name for Compass Games came about?
no, I remember, all I remember is the three of us, we all went home and said, we got to think of names.
And a
Okay,
logo.
so Carolyn and there came up with, so we had a ton of names. Okay, and I think what happened was I can't even remember who came up with it, but it was the new direction it was the
naming.
tagline that really,
Oh, that started it. So the direction with a compass, basically.
yeah. So
Tied it
it
together.
really flowed together, but I can't even. I just know that we
Yeah.
all came up with lists of names and stuff like that. And then we went through them and decided what to do.
Yep. That sounds good. That sounds good. Well, congratulations on the anniversary. And yeah, you're right. Around 2016, 2017, things changed quite a bit. I don't know how many people here of our viewers, live viewers, I don't know if they noticed the switch themselves, if they were around purchasing Compass games, over, maybe 10 years ago or so. So I don't know if anybody here wants to comment on, yes, we also noticed, Compass there was a change at Compass and things got very active. So it'll be interesting to see if people share that experience as well. So it's definitely been crazy how time flies too, isn't it? Time just keeps flying by. Just nuts. Did you want to go through just the news flash real quick? Just a few things that are going on?
Somebody asked.
Yeah.
Somebody asked, when starting out, did you want to be the next SPI? No, because it was a hobby.
Right.
Okay. We didn't want to. We didn't want to be anything. We were just going to produce games. And remember, Compass would not be here today. Compass would have been gone. Okay. If it wasn't for 2017 or 18 and Billy wanted to come in the company, we wouldn't be doing this.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Compass wouldn't exist today. So no, we never thought of anything other than it was a hobby. We produced a couple of games. It was fun.
Yeah.
And so no, at the beginning, we never thought we were going to be SPI. We never thought we were going to be anything. Okay. Yeah. And if you had told me that, we were going to be where we are today, I would have said no, because that's not what we were there to do. We all had other professions. Okay. It was just a part-time gig.
Yeah. So they're saying basically, let me find it here. It's a Billy's fault.
No, it all is Billy's fault because, we wouldn't. Compass would be defunct right now.
Well, that's pretty cool story, actually. That it's a family business, and with Billy joining it, that gives it this long ramp, right? It gives it many, many years. Into the future.
Because again, and some guy said, well, we had a lot of time between releases because again, I had a full-time job. It was just part-time fun stuff.
Exactly. Good point. All right. Oh, we got some comments coming in. I've been showing them while you were.
So it's all Billy's fault.
It's all Billy's fault. And people have talked about, Silent War, Bitter End, Still Wolves. People talking about their first Compass game. So everybody says, thank you, Billy. Because if it weren't for you, we wouldn't have another 100 and 250 games plus the magazine. And Paper Wars magazine was another thing that happened. When was that?
That happened. Paper Wars was, Jesus, that was.
Unfortunately, okay. I know the gentleman's not with us anymore.
Yeah, Bill Gibbs passed away.
Bill Gibbs, unfortunately.
He was a good guy.
Good guy.
Okay. And I would have to say that was around 2013 or maybe 2000. Well, it was close to where the first year of the catalog was. Okay. So it had to be 2010.
Oh, okay.
No, it couldn't be that far. No, 2013, 2014. Because when I don't know how I got in contact with Bill Gibbs. We were talking, and we were talking about Paper Wars, and it was going to be a great thing because all we wanted to do was publish it. And Bill Gibbs used to publish and edit that game.
Yep.
And edit that thing. So I thought this was a no-brainer.
Gotcha.
And when Bill Gibbs told me that he had a mailing list.
Right.
Okay, that made me want to do the deal.
Right.
Okay, because I didn't care about the magazine as much as I cared about that mailing list.
The customers you could acquire. Yeah.
And that's why after we purchased that, okay, and it really wasn't a purchase. It was he was going to get rid of it or close it down. Okay, so we had an agreement with him. Well, you should stay on an editor. We'll pay you, and you'll produce the magazine. Okay, and remember, there was no game in this at first.
Right.
Okay, it was just going to stay the review thing. Okay, and unfortunately, that didn't work out. Unfortunately, he had other commitments, and so he didn't have he didn't want to be editor, and that threw that whole magazine into a spin for years. But the key was the mailing list, and that's why we have the catalog today, is because that mailing list started everything.
That makes sense. And then early on, when you started to publish and you had your initial games like Bitter End, etc., did you have any particular titles early on you definitely want to get published? Like, is there one early on? He said, I really want to do a game like this. First 5 years, first 4 years.
Was there at the did you? No. It was more of three guys just sitting there and saying, we want to publish a game. And then we went out and remember, you have to go out and find out what that game was. And we got Brian Miller's Silent War, which still today, it's going to be overtaken pretty soon, but is our best-selling game ever.
Somebody says here, David on YouTube says, I think the first Paper Wars from Compass was the Anzio game, and that shows a 2012 date, at least on Board Game Geek for
2012. Okay, yeah, so it's around 2012, 2013.
All right, good. And then Kevin's got an interesting question, and good, we got some Facebook folks here tonight. How do you deal with the whiners? I think most people probably know, but it's got to be fatiguing when people complain about how you're not shipping something right or why the dates.
Here's how I deal with it.
How do you keep your morale up?
Here's how I deal with it. Okay, and this is funny because people have to understand. Okay, and a lot of people still don't. This is a show. Okay, this is a fun get-together show. Okay, it's not. Okay, 90% of the times I react are because it's fun. Okay, it brings life to this show. So when I go on my rants, people will say, "Oh yeah, you were." I go, if I was on a rant, okay, I couldn't. It's all part of the show. How do I deal with it?
Yeah,
and I know what he's talking about.
Well, Mo has the answer already. Mo's giving away the answer, but I'll let you.
I'll tell you. Here's what I say. I know what Kevin was talking about. He was talking about a thing gets mailed.
Okay.
Okay. Paper Wars is mailed in a envelope.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah.
And it's mailed first class, except for subscribers. Okay. It's put in an envelope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it came damaged. And I'll tell you, Billy comes and we laugh at it, okay, which you guys don't see, okay, is because it's just insanity.
I think I saw that. Was that on Facebook where somebody had pictures?
Yeah, it was Compass enthusiasts.
Yeah,
saying, it's not the mail's problem. Oh, look at Compass.
Oh, why didn't they? Oh, that's right. Why wasn't there a backing? Why wasn't there a cardboard backing?
Well, I'll tell you, the cardboard backing would have been scrunched up too. But I said, and here's the funny thing, is what people don't understand. We mail, okay, for all these people who yap about nothing and they think they know stuff. Okay, we mailed, and this might be a little off on the low side.
Okay,
we mailed over 50. I think this year we're going to end up mailing over 55,000 games.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah. Just the units in terms of units.
So when I look at these, when I look at these, and I'm not going to be rude, I'll just call them crazies. Okay. Because that's a good word. Okay. They have no idea what they're talking about. And you want to know what they don't. And here's what I don't like. And here's what bothers me. Okay. Anybody who has ever emailed me and said my magazine, okay, or my game, right, Bill?
Yeah.
which comes out that something's wrong with it, we
Yeah.
send them a new one.
Right.
Because we did see what they don't understand is we probably have, when I last did this, our damage rate is like 0.00001%, okay, of things that get damaged out there. So is all I what?
That's a good one.
What?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to distract you, but there's a lot of comments tonight. So
yeah, there's an urban
trying to keep
legend that
up with
says
them
if
all.
you stand in front of a mirror and said errata 3 times, Bill will show up and explain a few things. You're right.
He'll kick your ass.
So look, it's all I say is here's what I say.
But
Okay.
it's also credit that, and I don't want to discredit the post. I think people are knocking the post office.
Oh.
The post office is phenomenal for us.
Post office has been incredible.
I'm sure it's a lot of work.
I don't have any bad words to say about the post office.
That's a lot of work they're doing. Oh my gosh, all those shipments and
most of
every
the stuff they
deliveries,
get,
even.
no damage. So I look.
Right? We like the post office, and we're not. We don't use UPS at all.
Yeah.
We use FedEx for some distribution.
Mhm.
Okay. But really, it's post office, and post office has done and I tell them Bill tells them they've done a great job, and
Yeah,
I
that's
think
great.
they are.
They take a lot of heat. A lot of
And,
yeah.
but yeah, no. Here's what I say, and is all I say, and here's what Bill says. I look at all these complainers and yappers,
Mhm.
and here's what I say. Okay, is all I have to say is I look at all the games we're selling, and all the customers are happy, and people wouldn't be buying our games. Okay.
Yeah.
If what you read these yeah, why bother putting do not ban on envelopes? That is a waste of time.
Most of the times they listen.
I'll tell you that is Tim. I disagree with you on that because the post office has told us, okay, this is the guy telling us that yes, some people don't look at it, okay, but it's a good thing to put on it. So it doesn't work on some things.
Yeah, very few
Yeah.
things have gotten banned that had the sticker on. Most of the things.
Yeah, we
get
get
banned.
on Paper Wars. We get very few
Yeah.
people that say I have a problem.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
can't recall any paper wars. Like people. I don't know if "complain's" the right word, but yeah, got damage in the mail. I don't recall seeing too many posts like that, to be honest. And on Facebook all these years. I know the one recently happened, but maybe now and then.
He was complaining about the post office.
Yeah.
Ryan wasn't even saying anything about that.
Or was somebody else that was
Randy
complaining
Ray.
about why wasn't there no backing, right? So somebody else probably came.
Oh yeah,
in and-
Yeah. And look, I look back and I'd say, is all I got to look at, and here's what gets me through, is all the customers that keep coming back and buying our games.
Yeah.
Okay, and we wouldn't be selling, that many games, and still be here today and growing, if it wasn't for the customers that I appreciate.
And I know you're testing out that new drone shipping system around New Jersey right now.
Yes.
It sounds like that was Billy's initiative. Wasn't that his yearly goal, was to do drone-to-door delivery? I think he's trying to beat Amazon. So I know it's in the news lately, so I'm surprised they haven't shown the games that drop out. But yeah, it's unfortunate they don't have very good cameras yet to show that. But so that's how you deal with. So the original question. So how do you deal? Yeah, how do you get through it when there's people?
Know what I
come up
do?
with different things.
I'll tell you how I get through it. I get through it by looking at my sales numbers.
So are you going to get a golden diamond chain that says 54K on it, or like one of those big wrapper chains around your neck? Well, we wouldn't be able to see it. We wouldn't be able to see it anyway until that camera gets fixed. But you need maybe a hat, like a Tarara, one of those. So maybe we could do something like that. So I got a question for Billy then. So we were sort of taking the heat off Billy. We sort of skipped a big part. And it's an important part because everybody's saying, oh, gosh, thanks, Billy. And Compass wouldn't be around, which is a huge statement to say Compass wouldn't be around, and now it's 20 years. So we need to hear from Billy now. What got him committed to Compass Games? What got him to decide to walk into the house and say, Dad, I want to do this. I want to work. I want to do Compass Games. So that we need to know that part. How did that happen? Because that's the whole key to everything. If Billy says no or doesn't have interest, there's no town hall tonight or any night. We're at 101.
No one was.
Well, part of it was I always had a good relationship with mom and dad. So on that end, it was very easy. It wasn't a tough decision on, having a relationship or working with your parents. Some people don't like doing that. Some people do. That was never what was in question. I would have, if I went back and it happened again, I'd do the same thing because it's just, there's nothing.
Was there a trigger? Was there something that said, because it was always around the games, it was always around.
No, I think I just, school's ending, right?
Yeah.
You're in that mode where, I really didn't work much in college. So you want to just start working.
Yeah.
I didn't want to take the summer off. I had plenty of time, and I said to him, you have anything or what's going on? And actually, I think you asked me.
Yeah, if you wanted to do shipping because it was getting
too, it was getting a lot. And I said, yeah, 40. If you got 40 hours, I'd work close to it. Of course I'd do it.
Now, how much work was it at the beginning? Because it wasn't yet. I don't think that Compass was producing as many games on a short.
No, but it worked out because, you have a transitional period where you need to know. And to be fair, I'd helped a little bit here and there. When I was in school toward my senior year, I was helping and I had done stuff in the past, but it was a good transitional period because I needed to find my own way of doing it.
Right.
And find my comfort zone, how I want to do it, how I wanted things, make it how I was comfortable doing it. So it worked out. And then as we got busier and busier, it's just easy. And it's become easy because everything just flows and you get in a period where you just know what you're doing. So no, it was an easy decision. I'll never, the times we spend and have and is just priceless.
Now, do you experience similar frustrations as Bill has shared tonight?
Yeah, of course.
Saying you guys are you guys lock in step, or do you feel like you're making different decisions than maybe Bill would make? Because there's sort of that transition.
No, we agree on some, but we disagree on stuff.
But the decisions that I would make, I would have thought about making. I'm glad I didn't because it turned out to be beneficial. Yeah. And Dad I watch how he does it. Yep. And it's worked, and it just shows me that there has been and still is a lot to learn because you don't in the moment you're like, oh, I would do like this. And you don't say it, but then you realize over time that wow, that would have been an awful decision. And I don't know. Yeah. It's just a gut feeling.
The most successful people make mistakes or make a lot of mistakes because you learn from them. So
but on most things, I don't think we really agree. We really disagree with anything. When we talk about this stuff, we're on
crazy stuff. Yeah.
We're on.
Who plays more games, you or your dad? Bill or Billy?
I would say it's probably pretty close.
Really?
I think
you don't have all the tables.
No, he played more games than I do.
All these tables. Somebody's already asking what's set up on the table. Bill's got all the tables and 3 levels, 4 levels.
No, when you're saying
play.
What do you mean by play? I guess
have the game set up. Actually solitaire it. Just do. Just actually go through it. Go through the setups. Setting up the game.
Okay, so Dad does do that.
Yeah, I do that. I spend more time. Look, I'll say this. I spend more time on the hobby than he does because I'm reading rules at 2:00. I'm reading rules all the time and just rereading them. He plays more physical games with other people than I've ever done in my lifetime already.
Yeah. Well, I play with Julian a lot too.
Yeah, Julian.
But I don't play with anybody.
No,
and here's the funny thing.
When Julian hosts next time, and same for Brittany, when they're hosting, that should be the same questions. You know, what got them involved with Compass, how it happened, Julian's story with you, Bill and Billy, how that all sort of transpired. Same with Brittany. That would be interesting to share with everybody.
Yeah, here's the funny thing is that I even have a hard time, and it's so sad because I know I'm going to regret this, and I already do, is I even have a hard time playing games. Okay.
And you're going to look back and say, oh, like me, oh, I wish I could have played that game.
And I don't want to do that. Okay.
We played our games.
No, but if I look, and we could play more games, but I just don't like playing games with people.
But
it's
solitaire, right? What about solitaire? Solitaire? Does that relax you to set up? And
no, I think he just likes to set up and then.
No,
what are you going to do with the first world? What do you do with the first World War monster game? Because that's your favorite. That's a big setup.
Yeah, that will set up and then take it down.
Yeah. And then read the rules. So
no, the rules.
Oh, here we go. So Andrew wants to know if have you played any big ones like Third World War?
No.
Have you had all the maps laid out at home at any point?
The only big
all the maps.
The only big one I may have played, and it's not. I don't even think it's as big is I played Death in the Trenches.
Okay, that's a very popular
game.
Nothing.
It's not. I mean, but that's only one map. It's nothing.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff going on in that game.
But most of them were simple games, like
All right.
Imperial Tide and stuff like that, and Attrition Souls.
Gosh, I feel like we're reminiscing. I feel like we're going down memory lane here, but it's just 20 years. We're just getting started with Billy. So, I mean, it's just getting started, right? As the saying goes.
Bill, that begs the question. If you don't like playing games with people, who do you play with? Or don't you play at all? No, I think I've been very upfront over the years. Okay. I don't play at all. Okay. What I do is I read rules, I set it up, I play solitaire a couple turns. Okay. I've always been, I just don't like it. Okay?
And you're one of the best.
That's not saying that. Yeah. That's not saying anything. But my problem is I like the history of it. I like the map. I like the counters. And look, I've bought over the years. I probably got 2,000 games, and I would say that's even lowball.
Right. It's
probably
more than that.
I'm one of those people that just loves to buy the games, look at them, and like I said, there's never been a place I go that I don't have rules.
Do you ever buy multiple copies of a game ever?
No, because there's very few games that I open up and punch.
Okay. And then somebody was asking, it's the SPI World War I module for War in Europe, Penny. So that is the game that Bill has talked about. That's his favorite game, is the World War I module. And the good thing is
I finally convinced Adam
Starkweather
to do that type of game.
Yeah, so, Adam Starkweather is working on a monster World War I game, sort of reminiscent of that. So, this came up already, David. It was actually two games at once, I guess?
2 games at once.
So it was the sub game. Sorry, there's so many sub games.
Silent War and Bitter End.
Yeah, Silent War and Bitter End, right. And Silent War has 2.0 out now. Hasn't sold out again yet, has it? Still out? I think it's still out there.
Yeah, we've got a reprint going. It's almost done.
And as mentioned, Phoebe talks about, how do you get together and play these games face-to-face, family, and then, of course, there's many ways. And then Bill's, this is a great segue. I think Mo would be very proud of me. We're talking about how do you play these games, who do you play with? Well, there's Vassal, right, Bill? Your favorite topic.
Yeah,
it's Vassal. No. Mo has to give me credit here for a very smooth transition in the Vassal. Very, very.
No, I can't do Vassal because I never could do computer games. Never liked those either. I'm a wacko.
Yeah, and here we see that. Oh gosh, a lot of comments. It's hard to pick a comment because they just move on me. But the real repeat, or I think I got that right on YouTube. Yeah, Adam Starkweather doing a World War I monster game. That's a good idea.
And we're doing the map, so it could be go to World War II, and it's going to be that type of scale.
Yep, there we go. Awesome. Well, that was fun, and I think we got everybody's comments up to now. Do we want to talk about the Kickstarter a little bit, or go through some?
Yeah, you can go with the Kickstarter, or
I've got one game to show that's wrapping up hopefully tomorrow. I think we'll wrap up tomorrow actually too. So I can also preview a game.
No, we don't want that, right? Right. Do we want to do?
Oh, I thought I could show some stuff first if you want, because I think it's important to talk about the Kickstarter. And
Yeah, you can talk about the Kickstarter.
Yeah, talk about the Kickstarter because
it's
we
important.
have a good segment there.
It's going on right now, so I just wanted to share with everybody. And I'm pulling off our news flash from this week. So the big news is we've got Roma Victrix live on Kickstarter right now, and want to thank everybody. I actually did the interview with Paul Paul Callio, the designer of Roma Victrix, and also want to hat tip really to the Compass team, Billy as well. I know a lot was added to this game during the end of development and production. A lot of changes were made, a lot of enhancements were made, and Paul talks about that in the interview that I recorded with him yesterday. And I think the interview is going to hit on Kickstarter maybe tomorrow, perhaps. So there's going to be a good interview with the designer tomorrow. It should show up on Kickstarter. Gets into the depth about the design. So over 100 backers already, which is exciting news. We've got 9 more days to it. As always, you can check out the rules. I think the highlight of this is not too many games from Compass are from 1 to 6 players. So you can be solitaire, and there's even dedicated solitaire rules that explains how to do it best solitaire, all the way up to 6 players. And then multiply that by the 20 plus scenarios covering hundreds of years as far as the ancient period. So you're going to get all that from the interview tomorrow. And then the upcoming releases, we should mention too, Grant is out now. We've got the links. Want to give a hat tip to Mo, who's online, who's joined us tonight. He did the Learn to Play videos, which get a lot of clicks. A lot of people are watching the Grant Learn to Plays. And we got the designer interview series with John Southard. And then we talked about the upcoming releases. So also today, if you go to, what happened to it? Why is it not showing up? Here we go. So right here, we just debuted today the interview with Ty Bomba we did on Paper Wars 108. It was a really interesting issue. It was 3D days and a lot of really interesting articles supporting other Compass games. We even, had 2 or 3 games with counters for 3 other games, I believe, from Compass. So this just hit today, a few hours ago. So if you just type Paper Wars 108, Ty Bomba, just search for that, you'll find this interview. It's just started today. Definitely worth checking out. I think that's one of the better issues that's come out. So I just wanted to mention that quickly. So definitely check YouTube when you can. And I did want to share now, Bill. Do I have a chance to share one game that people haven't seen before? Is there time for that or not?
Yeah.
No?
If you want.
I can't hear you. You're muted, or I lost your sound.
No, if you want, go ahead.
I can't hear you. Did you hit a button there? Because I'm not hearing anything.
No, we're here.
Can anybody hear Bill? Just to make sure it's not me.
I can.
Sorry,
hear
guys.
myself.
Can you post if I've lost sound or if it's Bill that's lost volume? Let me wait for a comment here because I'm hoping it's on my
yours,
end.
John.
Oh no, that's not good. I cannot hear Bill anymore. Hold on. Let me. That's not good.
Yeah, he can
That's
hear.
really bad. Actually, if I can't hear Bill. Yep,
No, but I can
can't
hear
him.
you.
You do it right.
What? What?
This is how you do it right.
Yeah, this is a good
I
ending.
lost sound. Hold on, Bill. I lost sound here. Got to figure this out.
No, people are saying they can hear both of us.
Give me 1 second.
He can't hear us.
Well, yeah.
No, he can't hear you, John.
Now we can't hear you. Oh, he froze up.
No. I can hear him. I can hear you clicking.
I've lost sound completely.
No, I can hear you.
No, he can't hear us.
I don't know if I can leave and come back because I can't hear anything.
He's lying.
I'm trying.
What? That's the funniest thing. Because this is ironic.
I have to leave and come back.
That's fine.
Okay, well, hurry back because we gotta.
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
I'm Bill Thomas, and I'm the owner.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a very, and you'll find out how amusing in a couple minutes how this whole thing is going to make everybody really laugh and really enjoy this moment that you'll remember for a long time.
I will.
Okay. Tell us the John story. Okay, I'll tell you the John story. Okay. So the John story is, okay, me and Ken go out to Consom World one year. Okay. And I had back then, a lot of people didn't always come on full time in small companies. Hey, John. Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. Okay.
Oh, sorry. I know what happened.
This is very interesting. Somebody asked me what the John story was.
Okay.
Okay, so I think this is where we're gonna go with this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the John story was, we go out to Consom World, and I had told Ken, my partner, look, you're either going to come on full time and do production, or I'm going to hire somebody and take it out of your distributions if there are any. Okay. Yeah. So he said, oh, I'll come on. Okay. So at the time, that was a big thing because no small company was bringing on people, okay, to work full time in a game company. And we were small at the time. Okay. So we get to Consom World and we see John and I've talked to John. I was at Consom World a few times over the years, quite a few. So we knew each other. Okay. So John goes, oh, I want to talk to Ken about how he made the transition from a full-time job.
Exactly. Yeah.
What? No, well, he took from his full-time job.
Yeah.
He quit his full-time job to work full-time in Compass. Okay. So John wanted to talk to him. Okay, fine. Okay. So what happened when we get back to Connecticut and John, Ken tells me, hey, John's leaving his other company for whatever reason. Okay, he quit or whatever. Okay,
yeah, burned out, horrible. Wasn't happy.
He wants to talk to me, okay, about how the transition was.
Yeah, how you turned the corner to get so productive with releasing. You were releasing Out of the Woods, and you were the talk of the expo, Consom World Expo that year, because everybody's like, Compass is all of a sudden they're publishing all these games. What's going on?
So I say, okay, put me on the call, and I go, I'm going to offer John a job, and Ken goes, what? I go, let's go with me, okay. So John is on the call, okay, just yapping like he does here, okay. He's just yapping. Yeah. And I'm not even listening because I've already made up my mind. So, and I said, John, stop. We want to offer you a job. Okay. And you were very taken back. Were you not?
I was shocked. And there's no way I would even, because my point of the call was to talk shop about how you turned the corner and to really research and understand how you did it. Because it was, to me, very successful what you were doing and you were all very happy and things were just going like this, and I want to figure out, well, can I find a way to do it myself? Because I definitely leaving my corporate job, definitely. Exactly.
So that's how he came on board.
Yep. Exactly.
And it was just a spur of the moment decision. And he was
don't talk too much about it. Get people to sleep.
And it's been like 7 years.
Yeah, almost 6.5 years, I'd say probably. But
so. Like I said, you make decisions in your life at the time, and that was a good one.
Yep.
Okay. And he's helped get us where we are today. And I think it's with, and this was a good segment. I think this whole show will go down, and it wasn't planned. Nothing was planned until this last part.
Yeah.
Okay, but you'll see how, again, let me take this because it's my new thing.
Uh-oh.
This was the script, except something way down here on the bottom that
Blank.
nobody can see.
Yeah, we don't have a
Okay.
script.
So
Like me losing my audio.
Yeah. Oh, that's even better. Okay. Well, what has happened? Okay, is like I said, John has been a loyal team member of this organization for a long time. Okay, we all love him there. Okay, he's been great. Okay, but times change. People have other things they need to do, and John is going in a different direction. Okay,
Yes.
John has taken a job, and he can fill you in on some stuff. John has taken a job going back into corporate IT.
Yep. So it's been almost 6.5 years since I was in corporate, and so it's been an incredible journey with Compass. And yeah, hit the 60-year milestone here. I'm not a young cookie like Billy here, and got my kids going to college next year. And yeah, something came up that was a really an offer I really couldn't refuse to go back to corporate life. So I'm going to be tied to a desk again. So I'm going to be held captive. So tomorrow's my last day at Compass officially. And of course, I'll be trying to help any way I can. If anything comes up, I'll definitely respond to you guys, help any way I can. But obviously, with the full-time gig and that commitment that it takes to have a good start, I'll be leaving Compass after tomorrow. So it's been a great ride. Can't even go back and recount all the great stories. And that's only been 6.5 years, not 20 years like you. So I can only talk about the last 6.5 years, but it's been a tremendous journey with you, Bill and Billy and Julian and Brittany and everybody else, and especially all the great customers Compass has. It's been wonderful. Fond memories throughout, for sure.
And now you can see why this whole episode, okay, sort of just went where it went by, and we'll go off and we'll think about this, and this will be one of the classics, because like I said, nothing was planned except for this. Okay, people asked questions tonight that led us in the direction, and this whole thing was just, I'll tell you, this was a tribute to
no. I can't even. I honestly can't remember what it was like 6 years ago when it started. Compass is so different, and yeah, there's going to be always learning lessons, and I'm still learning every day, right? Stuff for sure. But I can't even, to be honest with everybody, if somebody asked me what was it like 6 years ago, it would be really hard to explain or describe. There's a passion and a fun to it. It's very passionate, very fun. Everybody's very passionate about the work, making customers happy, doing all we can. And yeah, when we get upset or frustrated, it's because we want to make people happy. But yeah, it's been great. So I'll miss everybody, but I'll be your biggest fan. Maybe I'll drop in some videos for sure. But yeah, it's been great. Now, thanks so much for giving me the opportunity as well. So it's been great. So just can't say enough great things about Compass. So, and the party's just getting started for you guys. So it's going to be a great 2025 starting in January. So it's going to be awesome.
And there's no better. Well, like I said, we have always been upfront with people. We have always brought you into our lives and into the business. Okay. And we wanted to share this with everybody. Yeah. Okay. We wanted to share that this is a team member, a family member to us that is leaving the nest to go back to a very hard, and I don't know if I would do it. Well, I never go. I'm just saying, we wish him the best of luck. We have it's just a thing that we're going to miss him. And he's been right.
Yeah, it's been a great ride for sure. That's what
it
it's
has
all
been
about.
a great ride.
It's been a great ride. Lots of titles and lots of great customer stories. And I always think about Mark Ruggiero, Compass Enthusiast Group. So there's always, like I said, there's always so many special stories. Can't name them all. So the Applebee's, we went through all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh my God, the Applebee's, Jesus.
And meeting Mo, and what all he's doing for Compass now with the video. So, I mean, yeah, I'm going to bore people to death. But I think the main thing is, Compass, this is a good thing for Compass too. It's a young team. It's a younger team now, officially after Friday. And it needs to be that way for Compass. And there's going to be a lot of energy and new things happening. And they're going to do awesome. You're going to do awesome work. And I'm going to try to do good in my most challenging role I've ever had, to be honest. So I'm going to be really focused on that. And I have to do a good job for my family. So, yeah, that's exit stage left, as they say.
Well, I will let you do the sign off tonight.
All right. Well, we got to do a free giveaway, I hope, because else everybody's going to get mad, right? We got to think about the customers. So let's, let me just remind everybody that what you want to do is you want to do hashtag town hall to get your votes in. Just have to do it one time. Make sure it's a hashtag town hall. And then I don't know what the giveaway is going to be, Billy.
Grant.
Oh, nice. Grant. So again, Grant, and check out YouTube for the 3-part video interview with John Southard. And then Mo's got his Learn to Play. His 2-part Learn to Play on Grant is also posted on the Compass site. So definitely don't forget about that. Let me see if the number of, 195 people, 168 entries. So yeah, it's still going up. So let me just wait a second here before we see the drawing, because this is very important. It's a great game. Grant's an awesome game. I got more excited about it after the interview with John Southard, because he just shared all kinds of interesting facts about how he enhanced the game. So somebody's going to get very lucky here. So there's Town Hall. So let's go ahead and do it. It's at 174. So good luck, everybody. This is for Grant, the Western Campaign of 1862. It's also going to be a great Civil War game for somebody. Let's see who wins it. And the lucky winner for tonight is, don't know this one. iBeam81. That's your tag name on YouTube. Have no clue who this could be, Bill. But just email sales@compassgames.com. Or if you're here, iBeam, you can just comment on YouTube in the comments section if you want to do it that way. So congratulations on winning Grant. Awesome game. And just make sure you get that email to sales@compassgames.com, because you definitely want to get this game. It's going to be a great game by John Southard. I'm trying to remember, did John Southard, is he doing another game in the series, or was it just because I know it was sort of
he wants to do one on Antietam or Atlanta.
Okay.
But do Paper Wars 108.
Paper Wars 108 as a
giveaway now.
A giveaway? Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
it gets
awesome.
shipped like they all get shipped. So if you get a free game, and bitch about it, because
so it has 3 cardboard backings in it.
Yes. But yeah, we'll give that one away. Right?
All right. We're gonna give away Paper Wars 108, and that's perfect for tonight because that's perfect for tonight because we just dropped the interview, which is, by the way, why I lost audio. I had a YouTube tab open in my browser and it killed all my sound. So that's why once I closed YouTube in my browser, I could hear again. So there you go, YouTube. So let's go for this. We're going to go ahead and do another drawing. So let me see if we can go ahead and let me see. It's got to give me a chance to do it first. Let's go back one. All right. You know what? I don't know if we're going to get a chance to do it because let me try. Well, maybe it will. Maybe it will pick up the old ones, but it wasn't giving me the option to do a second one. It didn't work out. So it quit on us. It didn't, unless I want to do a bonus round.
No, it's all I can say.
Bonus.
This is ironic that it's his last one. He loses audio, and we can't give away 2 games.
I think
he's sabotaging us.
Yeah, I don't know.
And he's still here.
It didn't give me an option. It didn't give me an option to redraw again for some reason. So I don't know. Maybe it's because I left the session. You know what? It's probably because I had to exit the session as the host. And then I came and rejoined.
Okay, I got a question for you, John.
Yes, sir.
I hope the people who hired you for that big IT job ain't watching tonight.
I won't last an hour.
Because they're saying, geez.
Oh, man.
Who did we hire?
I won't
even do this.
I'll be getting now I'm going to have to join the parcel service after this. Sorry. So do this. Save save Paper Wars for next time, 108, because, I think it's because I left the stream. Sort of messed up because it's tied to my account, so it knows I left. But so let's do that.
Extra luck after that going into IT, and you screwed up twice tonight.
So, but I won't be strangers to everybody. Obviously, we've got Consum World, which is the service I run. We've got like 160 news stories for the month of December already, plus Compass Games will be covered, plus the town hall, plus the Kickstarter. So you'll find me in Consum World, obviously, supporting the hobby as I've done since 1996. So I'll still be around. I just, unfortunately, won't be able to wear the Compass hat anymore. So thanks, Bill and Billy and everybody at Compass. And thanks all the customers here. It's been a great ride. And you guys are going to do awesome. So with that, I guess we're going to sign off.
Yep.
Me for the last time. I lasted till 101. And then I completely failed tonight with all the technology. I'm just going to go lick my wounds. I'm going to lick my wounds, watch the Dallas Stars, and try to pick up the pieces. And we'll see what happens on Monday. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
Okay, have a good one.